Go. Looking good, everybody. Look at that. I see a handsome man on there. Come on live here in just a second. All right. Hang on a sec. Yeah. All right, everybody.
Are you talking about me, Scott?
Yes, sir. I am, Mr. Dicky Baldwin.
He's right here, man. No, he's right over here.
Hey, who's at top?
Good stuff, lollipops. All right. Let me hit the record button so we are rocking. Look like we're live. Look at that. Everything is working fine now. All right. Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to our pre-event of the Virtual Note Buying for Dummies workshop that we host this Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And it's an honor to have all of you here. I know we have people who will be hopping in throughout the call tonight. A lot of people watching online as well, too, for you. But we're so excited. And you know what? In this crazy COVID of a year of a dumpster fire, you have to make the most of taking your lemons and turn them into lemonade. And even though I haven't hosted a live workshop in person in quite some time, we've always loved the networking that goes around that in the happy hour, usually the first night of. So I thought, what the heck not? Let's do a pre-event happy hour and bring on some of those that are going to be hanging out with us the next couple of days and giving everybody an opportunity just to kind of network and get rocking and rolling along. But honestly, hey, everybody, we've got Aaron Young, we've got Shante Duffy, we got Dicky Baldwin joining us right now. Who do we got watching online? Got a few people. We got Catherine, Derek, Jessica, Reggie, we got Robert, Steve, Wayne. We got a few people watching online already I see out there. So first of all, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you're celebrating, happy holidays, everybody. Yes, Shantae's like, what the hell are you wearing, Scott Carson?
Right.
So for those of you that don't know who this is, we'll start with the ladies first. Shantae, why don't you share, the belle of the ball, a little bit about who you are, what you do, and why you're kind of important.
My name is Shante Duffy. I work for a loan servicing company known as Madison Management Services. What I do there is I kind of bring on all new investors, get them set up with their entities so that you guys can actually have your loan serviced by us. So you kind of have to go through me to get anything set up. And then, of course, once you're set up, I kind of patch you off. As a servicer, we are keeping your loan in compliance. We are sending out your borrower monthly statements, state notices, processing payments. That's, of course, on the beginning performing side of things. And then on non-performing sides, we are handling a lot of loss mitigation, borrower outreach. If you need any foreclosure coordination, things like that, we do that for you as well. And, of course, any bankruptcy stuff, we got that too.
Exactly. And you call New Jersey home, correct?
I do. Born and raised, never leaving.
The hardest working lady in servicing, everybody. Definitely. Okay. Good stuff there. Now we'll go to the next one. We'll talk to the elder statesman, Mr. Dicky Baldwin, joining us from Houston, Texas tonight. What's going on, Dicky?
How are you guys? Hey, you look like a Texas Christmas tree.
Well, yeah, I wish I was somewhere tropical like my background is, but hey, trying to have a little fun, getting the Christmas spirit if we can.
You look great, Bubba.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Some people say I'm big as a tree sometimes, but that's quite all right.
No. It's called Pleasantly Plump.
Pleasantly Plump. I love it. It's called home cooking on a nightly basis for the most part. So, Dicky, for those that don't know who you are and what rock star you are and what you've put together, share a little bit about who you are and what's going on with Baldwin.
As Scott said, Dicky Baldwin, located in Houston, Texas, 40-year advocate of the financial and real estate world, retired in 2018 and got really bored and realized I knew way too many people like Scott and others in the industry. And I put together a one-stop shop called BAG, because the name of the company is Baldwin Advisory Group. It goes by BAG, and the slogan is one bag for all your real estate services. You need BPOs, you need title search, you need collateral review, you need assignments and recordings, you need skip tracing, you need insurance, you need realtors, you need lenders, you need a title company. Give me a call. I'm there.
One call, one bag for all your real estate needs at Baldwin Advisory. One call, that's all, everybody.
That's it.
With Baldwin, it's in the bag.
There you go, baby. It's in the bag. Speaking of in the bag, we have Aaron Young joining us from, I believe, Washington, or is it Oregon?
No, it's Washington. I'm definitely in Washington.
You're definitely in Washington State up there.
10 years now. 10 years.
But yes, but you're on the border back and forth there quite a bit, so it's pretty close there. But anyway, as I like to joke about, our resident expert goat farmer, who's good at helping entrepreneurs out with their stuff as well. So Aaron, for those that don't know who you are and why they should be listening to you, tell us a little about yourself, man. And hey, Jason, the other people that are watching on Facebook, if you do have questions, ask him. We'll make sure to get them answered for you too.
So first of all, on the goat front, since you brought it up,
I love it. Man.
It is kidding season right now on our farm, and we have, I think, 20 babies on the ground right now, new in the last week.
Wow.
So lots of baby goats being born, which are the cutest things. It's perfect for Christmas, how they just hop around and they're just so happy. So anyway, yeah, I get to live on a farm in Washington, and mostly we raise horses. But I do this other thing too, where I buy companies and stuff and take companies public and do all that. But for this reason, we're talking about one of the companies that I bought years ago called Laughlin Associates. And we're the original Nevada incorporation service. But now we do all 50 states for corporations, LLCs, corporate compliance, asset protection strategies, some tax strategy, basically everything you need. No matter what you're going to do, you want to build it on a solid foundation. And that's what we've been doing we just started our 50th anniversary year. So for going on 50 years now, we've been working with hundreds and hundreds of thousands, and we work with tens of thousands of business owners right now. And I always love being part of Scott's tribe, and grateful to be here. And I think you look great. You know, you were saying big as a tree, and people always say, or maybe I heard somebody else say, and I've said it to myself, I'm built more like a tree stump. You know, I'm about as tall as I am wide. So
that's good stuff. It's definitely good stuff there. Well, thank you for being on here, because I know you've got a busy schedule. But also, I mean, let's talk about something here, and I encourage you guys that are watching this to ask questions. Some of you guys already know some of these people. Some of you guys are new. For me, got Catherine Bell and Derek Elder on here, Jessica Tabora. Hey, what's going on, Jessica? Is that you or is that Merrill? Because I see two Jessicas on here, and one might be Merrill, and the other might be Jessica. Who knows? Michael Allison, good to see you. Reggie Fox, Robert Lynch, also up in the neck of the woods, up in the Seattle area. Stephen Carmen, and then Wayne Bernstein joined us from Oklahoma, and then and Aaron Cowling. How's it going? It's me, Jess, she says. Okay, good for that. But let's talk about that. What are you guys planning? It's been a crazy year. What are some things you guys are planning for clients or in the next year, 2021, when it comes to working with investors or stuff like that? And Shante, let's talk with you a little bit. I'm going to throw that in your lap to begin with, because you're doing a lot of servicing stuff. You're handling a lot of things with seeing these forbearance agreements coming across from borrowers and stuff like that out there. So what's the big thing you're looking forward to in the new year?
I'm looking forward to kind of hopefully getting things on track. I think I kind of jumped the gun thinking, being on the East Coast where I reside, COVID kind of died out for a little bit, not completely, but slowed down. So I thought we were coming back to being normal. And as of these past 3 weeks, that's totally not the case. The best thing is that this year was rough with the lenders and purchasing new notes and having them serviced. But it did kind of, help out certain situations. It kind of had a lot of these lenders change their minds about certain things when they weren't so open about, entertaining a forbearance agreement or a loan modification, things like that. This pandemic affected everybody. Mm-hmm. So, doesn't matter where you're from, what part of the country, it affected everybody at some point. So we've definitely been a lot more busy with handling more loss mitigation and just kind of walking these borrowers through and understanding, it's not the typical sob story of, I just kind of lost my job. You actually are not working. Places are shut down. So we are just trying to work with the lenders and the borrowers. Of course, these foreclosures, a lot of them have been put on hold for a very, very long time due to the courts and things like that being shut down. Some states are kind of back up and open and, proceeding, but we've been pretty busy with stuff like that. So it hasn't been too bad. We just are trying to help everybody out, that win-win situation between the lenders and the borrowers. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of hurry up and kind of wait a little bit, I imagine too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, can we foreclose? No, we can't foreclose. Things got delayed a little bit. Or hey, it's nice having people, because we've dealt with it with our portfolio, and you guys have handled it, lots of the forbearance agreements or letting us know what's going on. So yeah, I can't brag on Madison Management enough out there. So kudos for you. And then also you juggle full time. You're a mom as well too, the very rambunctious 9-year-old, right?
Almost 9-year-old, crazy. Now he's home. So
And doing the distance learning thing online too, huh?
he was able to go to school. They actually just shut down as of Wednesday. He is in a specialized program because he's on the autism spectrum. So we are fortunate enough that he could go, but the cases are just getting way too high.
Yeah.
So now he's home.
There you go. Keeping even more on your toes, huh?
Yep.
So here, yeah, if you send her an email after 3 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen, on the East Coast, it's probably not going to answer till the next day because that's about the time family time kicks in, right, Shantae?
Things have actually changed a lot. Madison's home base is now out of Nevada, not
Mhm.
Jersey. So I obviously can't move. So my hours, I start working 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm kind of in throughout the day. Try not to let emails sit for longer than a day. There's sometimes where it gets, hectic, things
Sure.
are going on. But up until this call, I was kind of working on some emails too. So we're all over the place.
There you go. Good stuff. Now, I'm going to flip it over to a guy here who just got over the corona, the Rona, Mr. Aaron Young there on the opposite side, who caught it on the East Coast, the coast with
I
the
think I
most.
did. I think I got it in Florida, but that's what you get for, I think in a 2-week span, I was in Denver, I was in Sarasota, Tampa, Salt Lake, and then back to Portland. So I hit a bunch of Colorado, Florida, and Utah were all really, really, big explosions, big surges right then. And I did get it, and it did suck really bad. I was one of these guys that was very much like, oh, it's the flu, what are they making such a big deal of it? Hardly, there's, almost no death unless you're already in a nursing home or something. And look, I mean, I'm better. I'm healthy. I feel 100%. I don't have any residual other than occasional cough. But I will tell you, I'm 56 years old and I've never been that sick in my life. And it was a scary thing, so scary that some of the live stuff that we still had planned for early in the year, we've pushed back. By the way, for those people who are on here that do my events, which is including you, we've pushed back to May and to June, thinking that by then people should be able to get a vaccination. Meryl, so you can know that too. So, Catherine, anyway, I just wrote to Catherine Bell. I said, do you ever tire of seeing my face? Because she's a shared client and she seems like she's always with me. But anyway, long story short, COVID sucked, but it was, but we're okay. And it's interesting. This has been a good year for our company. We've done okay. And I think it's because a lot of people they were forced to slow down and then think, right? After they finished eating all the Oreos and everything in the cupboard, then they thought, well, now what? Maybe I should think about my future. And we got a lot of people coming to us. It's actually been an excellent year and we're growing. We're outstripping last year. And of course, going into 2021, we have lots of big stuff coming up. And so I feel terrible for the people who suffered through this, but it's that age old thing. With every problem comes an opportunity, right? And there are a lot of interesting things that are coming out once people start figuring out how to get through this. And I think for your real estate investment clients, we're building into something. There's been kind of this protective layer over a lot of people since this all kicked in, right? No foreclosures, right? None of that. But interest rates can't stay down forever because somehow there's got to be a reckoning for everything that's been put on the back burner and delayed, so it's going to come, and people that learn the skills that they're going to learn from you over the next few days, we'll all chime in with our specialties, but really you're the godfather of the stuff. I think you're going to have people, if they don't just learn, if they actually will take action, they will be set up to some people would say take advantage, but I don't think it's take advantage. I think it's step in as a savior to take advantage of people who've gotten themselves all strung out, and they don't have to lose everything. You can come in and buy, you can restructure, you can do a lot of good things. And of course, for those that want to learn how to protect themselves while they're taking advantage of all the opportunities, I'll spend time teaching about that a little bit.
Exactly. Do you know,
Yep,
it might
probably.
be a better question to follow up with Megan or Brent on that.
No, ask me.
Ask you. Well, I just
I know they work for me and they know everything, but I like
Right.
to believe I know something.
Well, you do know something, just a few things out there. But have you seen an increase in new LLCs that you guys have filed as part of different things, with people leaving their jobs and starting new entities or new side hustles?
Part of the reason that we're getting ready to go public next month is because we saw a year ago a trend of kind of exploding what I would call micro businesses, which is pretty representative of what you're going to have, I'm sure, in the training. Folks that are just getting started or want to add another facet to their investment world. And yes, we're absolutely seeing a lot of new companies that are being formed, and most of them are not being formed by people who are trying to do some big startup and build a big, mega company. These are people who are trying to replace a kind of a workaday job or something, or trying to take some 401k money from a place they got displaced, and they've got this lump of money and they're going, what can I do with it so I can make a living and take care of my family? And I think we're going to see that more and more and more as artificial intelligence and robotics. These shutdowns are showing lots of companies how to figure out how to work with people, or how to work without worrying about people getting sick.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to displace a lot of middle-class jobs. But the cool thing is it's corresponding with this gig economy, doing a little gig here and a little gig there, use your expertise. And so I think we're going to see an enormous expansion of these little businesses, one person or two or three people. And I think the opportunities are gigantic. I think people are going to be really surprised that they didn't need that job after all.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be able to make their own future, and the timing's working out. Anyway, I'm very excited about the future, and yes, we are seeing quite a growth in the number of entities being formed.
Awesome. Good stuff. I'm going to kick it on over to the person we like to call the credit messiah, the man, the myth, the raising capital or helping people get capital lines of credit, Mr. Merrill Chandler from GetFundable.com and the Get Fundable podcast. What's going on, Merrill? How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Forgive me. I haven't eaten all day, so I'm eating my little snacks while we're talking. I have my roasted almonds, a goatee.
That's a big enough bag for all of us, by the way. So
I'm with Aaron on this. I believe there's going to continue to be, it hasn't spiked, it's going to continue to skyrocket the number of small entities. We've had a banner year as well. Our pivot was amazing, and every one of these entities are going to want to capitalize in some fashion. Nope, your weekend this weekend, all about note buying, right? And these instruments are going to be, there's just a wall of distress that's hanging out there. I don't know how big the wall is. I just know we artificially put a moratorium on foreclosures for a year come April. So something is welling behind the scenes. And so we're here just to make sure that they can write a check and do a deal, right? And I think there's going to be a massive spike. In fact, you and I were talking about this the other day, that banks are are so highly capitalized compared to any other time in history. They want to put that money somewhere, and I love it that the underwriting criteria and business borrowing is going to skyrocket. And I'm here to support anybody that's joining your thing this weekend. I think Saturday at 9 a.m. No, Saturday at 9.
9 a.m. your time, 10 a.m. my time.
Oh yeah. So I'm at 10 Mountain. It'll be 11 your Central. I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of what banks are looking for, right? What do you need to look like so that the loan approvals are laid down? So I'm really excited about this weekend.
Now you're seeing an influx with a lot of your clients that are getting into the banks, give them pre-approvals increase so they can start lending more money out that they haven't been able to in a little bit, huh?
Yeah, correct. There is, because once you've established a relationship, And once you set those, we call them, it's just my term, bullseye borrowers, right? What you'll see on Saturday, guys, at my presentation, is that lenders in an easy economy, lenders kind of, as long as you're on the target, they don't care. It's low unemployment, high chance likelihood of continued employment, so they lend. But in distress times, the target gets smaller. But just like sighting in a rifle, sighting in a gun, if you will we want to hit the bullseye every single time. The lenders only make money when they lend. And so as a result, if we're in that bullseye, if we're in that, our scatter group for fundability is really, really tight, they're going to give us money. And my clients, we had a $12 million month in November for lending.
Let's explain that a little bit, because that's your clients that have been approved for $12 million in lines of credit and other things, so they can use that money at cheap interest rates. I imagine.
Oh yeah, these are anywhere between 4.5%, 5.25%.
Wow.
Now here's the thing. I'm going to just say it because I'm so excited about it. Today we got our 999th client, new client funded, not total approvals, client, human being, 999th. We're waiting, we're just moving. We're probably going to blow right past it, but we are looking forward to our 1,000 client funded through this process. And the average, some only want, 50 grand, 75, 80 grand, right? Others want 200 or 300, 500 or 600,000. We're over $160,000 per client of those 999 clients. So for
999 clients on the wall, 999 loans, take one down, pass the money around, 998 of the clients.
Just say, Merrill, you can do it.
You can do
You
it.
can do it. One more.
one more, and we actually have them on deck. They're closing on Monday, $1.2 million home that they had no chance of even coming close to before they started with us. So it's business funding, right? I mean, it's just killer. Well, excuse me, Jessica just typed in there to the panelists, $1.9 million approval. I just love this stuff. I just love this stuff. So
Good stuff. Kudos to you guys. And that's part of the reason, hopefully you guys start seeing a little bit of a pattern here of why we like to bring these characters on or refer business to them on a regular basis. Merrill can help you get Aaron and his team at Laughlin can help you set up your entities, make sure your entities don't screw up and pierce the corporate veil and make sure that's all good.
We use Aaron ourselves on all three of our organizations so that we're bulletproof. And I wouldn't do anything without Aaron's ability. His team is able to literally slice and dice the separation of organizations. Imagine never having to do a minute ever again in your life. Imagine never having to do a corporate resolution again in your life. It is just the best thing I've ever done.
And I'm a big fan. I'm a client of Merrill's. So this is all very freaking incestuous.
Very incestuous.
A little bit gross. A little bit like, oh, I love you. I love you.
I love you. You're so awesome,
But,
everybody.
the truth is, Scott, you brought a number of us together a few years ago, right? We all met down at Disney World?
Austin.
Is that where it was?
Yep, Austin, downtown Austin on 6th Street.
No, it wasn't in Austin. Was it in Florida?
Well, that was last year. Was in
one.
Orlando. Last year was in Orlando. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, the long story short is that we all met and we all kind of, let's figure these people out, right? But once you and all your viewers and all your students this weekend are going to be the same way. They're going to go, well, maybe. Who are these people? What is this stuff they're teaching me? But it didn't take very long for I met you at somebody's event in San Diego many years ago.
Yep.
We became friends. We started to do business. Then you brought a group together and I met Merrill there. And, it took a few months, but then we're like, oh, let's dip our toe in the pool. And as soon as we started working together, it's like, oh, well, let's do a lot,
Yeah,
and
there's a huge synergy. You guys who are listening, Scott didn't just bring some randos here. These are incrementally contributing groups of people to ensure you succeed. So you're not randos either if you're in this group. But
it's no surprise that we start working together because, this is a group that I'll just say this about Merrill Chandler because I've done a bunch of stuff with him now. They over deliver on what I expected from them.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited. And I love that I'm seeing some people that Merrill met through me who are here now going through your note program. And like all of a sudden it's like, wow, this is so cool. And so anyway, I don't mean to go off on a tangent, but I think, Scott, you do a great job of vetting people and bringing in a good crew. And
you're the hub of the spokes.
Yeah,
I try.
Absolutely.
I try. I'm a big believer that if I love connecting people to make things better and strengthen relationships and stuff like that. Same thing, Dickie, Shante, you guys know I love referring people out to you guys all the time too. I'm like one of your biggest Ravens fan. Speaking of fans out there, we have to give a big round of applause. Somebody won a major industry award. It was voted on by peers in the industry. Mr. Dickie Baldwin won an award just a week ago. What award did you just win in Baldwin Advisory Group as well, Dickie?
I won the Best of Notes 2020 BPO Valuation Service.
Yeah, there we go. Cha-ching in Poolin Valley. So that's not all that you do. I mean, you were in the running for a couple other awards as well too, right?
I was also in for title search.
Mm-hmm. And you've got one of the great things. I know that you helped a client today that reached out to me on LinkedIn, needs some help with the BPO or how to pull some things. And Maria reached out. She's like, "Oh, I just talked to Dickie. He has all the vendors that I need on stuff when it comes to real estate stuff out there." So kudos to you. Now, have you started to see an increase in traffic as well for BPOs and title reports as this is kind of years kind of winding up?
Really have because of the networking that we all do through the LinkedIn, Facebook, et cetera. I've been fortunate enough to attend many podcasts with different groups, and everything that everybody has said tonight, kudos to, because you hit the nail on the head. My vision of what is going to happen, I see it every single day right now, and that's why BAG was put together. I realized through my 40 years of being in this industry that there was always something lacking. Brand new people wanting to get into the business, and they don't know about a Merrill, they don't know about an Aaron, or they don't know about a Shauna. So I put BAG together as, seriously, BAG is one bag for all your real estate services. People come to me and they say, "What's a BPO? Where do I get a BPO?" Well, I always tell people, in a classic thing I tell everybody I work with, a typical new or small investor will probably do 5 to 10 BPOs a year. I do hundreds every month.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody is able to participate into the BAG network. And when they need something done, except for the BPOs and the title searches, which I personally handle every single order myself. But the rest of the services that are needed to make people successful in this industry, everybody in this room right here, if somebody needs an LLC, I've got a vendor that I refer my clients to get an LLC. If they need servicing, I'd send them to my servicer. If they need a skip tracer, if they need a lender. So I am basically the glue to put all these different things together because people just don't know what to do. And there's young people, there's old people, and some of them have just a little bit of money. And like Aaron said, some of them have huge self-directed IRAs. What do I do with all this money?
Mhm.
And so I'm thoroughly excited because I get to talk to not only the brand new people. I mean, that's why I put Bag Together, is to help the new people. But I do hedge funds. I mean, I just got finished doing 161 BPOs and title searches for a vendor. So it's just not for the brand new guy, but the more seasoned ones also, because they can also take advantage of strength in numbers, because the stronger we get with a particular vendor, I don't care what vendor it is. As I tell all the vendors that I work with, I don't want to be on your 401k plan. I don't want to be on your major medical and dental plan. All I want to do is be able to bring you people that chances are you never ever would have heard of.
Exactly.
And that's the whole goal behind Bag.
Exactly. And hopefully those 160 loans were also referred to Shantae over there for servicing, right, Shantae?
You go, girl.
Now,
I do.
Shantae, have you seen an increase? If you look at the quarter as the fourth quarter is kind of winding down, an increase in new loan boardings, either whether it's first liens, junior liens, owner financed, or institutional debt?
So throughout this whole year, obviously I always set my own goals. There's just a goal that I make for myself. I want to bring in X amount of loans each year. So I'm out doing everything. COVID hit, so I didn't get to go to a single conference this year. I'm sure nobody else did either. So everything kind of got pushed off. So things were really slow at one point. So I started to panic. I started to get nervous because then it was like, all right, it gave me time to kind of organize and restructure things with my team. Bring on new people, kind of get some training down pat. It gave us a little bit more of an opening. But since I literally keep a list, since basically September, all of a sudden things started to shoot up. So and of course, this time of the year for me, I don't know what happens at the fourth quarter, what goes on, but it's right before January 1st and I'm on 5. It's just boarding after boarding after boarding. During the summer, that second and third quarter, there was a lot of seller finance people, which I was really surprised about. Brand new, newly originated. I was just very, very surprised. We do get a lot of them, which is always fun getting to meet somebody new, and they genuinely have no knowledge. It's just like, hey, I just created this note. I think I need you. So it's kind of fun working with them and then watching them grow, because then they do it over and over again. So we had a lot of that in the summer, but now it's a lot of, hey, I just bought this loan, so-and-so sold it to me. They have it with this servicer. I want to transfer it. So of course, lately it's been a lot of junior liens, but I think it's because one of these other servicers in our space, they kind of changed some of their structure. So a lot of people are getting like pushed out of there. So that also kind of helps us a little bit as well. They're kind of getting pushed out because of like a minimum requirement or something like that.
Right.
And they're coming over to us. So that's also helping, but a lot of those are actually junior liens, especially like the past 2 weeks, what I've been doing. So it's very interesting.
That's good stuff. And, we heard you speak. You did speak at Note Camp, is a major conference that didn't make it to the awards, but you were there with over 500 investors on it for 3 days. So
yes,
you actually kicked it off really well. So there's a video on YouTube with Shantae's breakdown. Great 1.5-hour discussion. It was one of my favorites. So
it's always fun.
it is
I love
always
it.
fun. Market's constantly changing. So kudos to you guys. Thank you all for joining me. I wanted to kind of open it up to those that are watching us here. If they want to jump on and introduce themselves, talk about what their focus is and kind of what they're looking to, whether it's something they're looking to learn this weekend at the workshop, or something they've learned in the past, or have a question for our distinguished VIP panel there. I'm going to just pick it off because I know this lady loves to talk. She's great at talking. So I'm going to bring on Catherine here. I'm going to allow her to talk. And then I'm going to ask her to, can you actually, let's do this. Catherine, are you there? I'm just going to bring her on. Aaron will agree with me on that. We're bringing her on as a panelist individually.
She's amazing.
She is amazing. She does not. She's doing some great stuff too. She's in the last week or two.
You got me because I lost.
Laura,
Laura,
okay.
Laura.
There she is.
It's the sidekick there of Laura.
Partner. Hey, Laura.
So I think Catherine's on, but I guess I got logged in as her. So
There you go.
she's either on and like going, wait, me, or
That's
she's just
okay.
gonna hear her voice double.
So tell us about your group and kind of what you guys are focused on.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, all my favorite peeps. So we are Titan Impact Group. Is the three of us: Steve Wall, Catherine Bell, and myself. Yeah, I mean, we're digging in. We're all real estate investors and have been for, lots of years, 20 years plus, and in different spaces, right? I've been kind of buy and hold mostly. She's been fix and flip mostly. Steve has done some construction and mobile home parks. So we kind of encapsulate a world of all the different niches, but notes was kind of new to all of us. And something we were interested in taking on. So, inside of your training, we're getting, just extraordinary one-on-one coaching and training. And, we met you years ago at one of Aaron's events and, sat down and, I'm on the other side of the state from Aaron. So one of these days we're going to meet in the middle or something. Probably not. I'm going to go all the way over. But yeah, so we, it was the right time, right? We've been, a little bit of history of us. Catherine was one of the founding members of a real estate investment hedge fund that got started a couple of years ago. And we were last year and the year before kind of heavy in the vacation rental space. And, one of the things Catherine's brilliant at is listening to her intuition. And she really saw the writing on the wall that I don't think people saw about what was coming. And we ended up getting out of the vacation rental space like February or March of this year. Ironically, I know Aaron's all right. So hindsight being 2020, it looks like maybe we had a crystal ball, but we did inside of Catherine's intuition and just really being able to read the market, and we were seeing things like, we had themed houses and in Arizona and, and then we got Airbnb saying, you should rent that 5-bedroom house out for $19 a night. No.
Yeah, it does make a lot of sense.
No, we shouldn't. That's dumb. So we were looking for the next thing and we knew about you and it just was right. Sometimes timing isn't always, we met you, but we knew who you were. We kept hearing about who you were and we've dug in. And so I think the thing, I shared with you the other day on one of our coaching calls is what's brilliant about the way we work together as the three of us is team and teamwork, right? And we're very clear that what she's really good at, she's really good at, and what I'm really good at, I'm really good at, and what Steve's really good at, he's really good at. And as a cohesive group, we're taking off. So
you're leveraging a lot of stuff and making a lot of connections with asset managers, and it's really starting to pay off with you guys too, right? You've got a couple listed, your 10, 15 plus not NDAs you guys have signed,
yep.
and 100 assets you're looking at currently right now.
Yeah, and it really is all about plugging in. I think Aaron, you said it earlier tonight. It's the thing about if people in your courses this weekend or whatever else that get into action versus getting really educated bookcases, as they used to say, that will make the difference, and that's made all the difference. And we haven't been perfect in all of it, but we've plugged in and just looking to see, different things. We were doing the email campaigns and we still are. And we were doing the smile and dial but we shifted, we pivoted, to LinkedIn and the floodgates opened. And, so I think that was the other thing is just to not get pigeonholed into, no, we got to do it this way. It's like, no, let's look and see what's going to work. And that's been a big, that LinkedIn octopus is just we had to stop doing it almost, for a couple of days because we just couldn't stay on top of the income. So, but yeah, really great. Super excited about it. And, you know, we are all about leaving every person, property, and community better than we found them. That's our mission. We're out to do win-win-win. And thank God for all of you, you know, and the various parts that you play in that, the coaching that we've gotten from you, from Aaron. We'll get there, Shantae. We're connecting with you. We'll get there.
They've got the forms and are ready to roll as soon as they get an approved contract.
That's right. We've got the process for it, you know, and that's part of it too, is getting all those ducks in a row, so to speak, or goats wrangled. And that's for you, Eric. You know, so that when they do come down, you know, that the systems and structures, and that's what Catherine is brilliant at, is systems and structures and plugging in. So
awesome. Well, you guys are doing a great job and coachable and out there rocking and rolling. You guys will be closing stuff here before the end of the year, definitely.
Yeah.
And 2020 was going to be a bang up job for you guys out there. So thanks for jumping on, Laura. Appreciate it.
absolutely.
All right. So let's bring on somebody new here. Donald Ellington says, likewise, great seeing you all. Also, great session. Oh, Donald jumping off there. There we go. Oh, let's see here. Give me a second. Let me bring her over there. Let's bring on, let's see here, who's on it. Aaron Cowling. Aaron, you want to jump on here and just introduce yourselves, what you're looking to do, what you're kind of investing in? Give me a thumbs up or a chat roll that you're wanting to jump on as well. Or Robert Lynch or Stephanie. Actually, because I love, and she wants to say hi, we're going to bring on Stephanie Goodman as well. We're going to bring her on.
Good. Now the show gets good.
Hey, now we
There
can
you
get
go.
started.
Exactly. Now the
Good
party's
girl.
really started, everybody.
I have to leave in a few minutes. I've got a family family engagement at my 8 p.m. Your 9 p.m. So, but I just want hi, Steph. I waited for this. I just waited the whole night to talk to Stephanie.
Hang on. You have to unmute yourself, Steph. You're muted. This is the one time I'm able to mute her.
Don't forget,
Careful, boy.
I came on just to say hi to you and tell you I'm so glad you're alive and you're not dead from COVID. I love you. No, I really do, though. I'm glad you're okay. And Aaron, too. He's down there grinning because we've had this conversation. So,
For those that don't know, Stephanie is the VP of operations. She kind of keeps me in line. She handles a lot of the events, the coordinating travel, the working with our one-on-one clients, stuff like that. She's also, when we do go to events, she's the, hey, what are you doing for fun? And Shantae's like gave the thumbs up on that there, right?
thank you.
Oh, yeah.
He is an amazing host at events. Amazing
is.
hostess at events.
She's also a
Thank you.
blast to go to Disney World with.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I want an invite next time. I'm a little jealous.
What?
I want an invite next time.
You're
Standing
totally
invite.
invited.
We're down there.
I
You're
love,
more
I
welcome.
love all of you guys. I just haven't seen half of you in forever, and
Yeah.
I worry about the sick ones. But that you are totally welcome to go. I love to take care of people. You know,
I know.
He's
That's why we
great.
love
To
you.
Austin again.
makes me happy. So I think probably February or March we should
Yeah,
try something.
that sounds
You
like
know?
a great time.
Awesome.
That sounds like a great time.
Cool.
Okay,
Awesome.
there's my alarm. You guys,
Thanks, Meryl.
for you.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you on Saturday or through the weekend. Be
Hey,
well.
Meryl.
Thanks, Meryl.
You will, my
Be
dear.
safe.
Cool. Let's bring on, let's see here, Wayne Bridenstine out of Oklahoma. I'm gonna put Wayne to panelist here just in case. Hopefully we've got his video working fine, his microphone working. Come on, Wayne.
Oh, hey, Jeff. I can't see anybody else. Hang on.
Is Wayne coming on there?
There we go. Okay.
Wayne, let me unmute you. Or Wayne, ask to unmute. Ask to start video. Well, yeah, there he is.
There he is.
There we go. And let me see here. Unmute. Ask to unmute your Zoom there, Wayne.
There we go.
There we go. Look at
Now I
that.
got it. Now I got a green button. We're alive now. Look out.
Awesome. Wayne Bridenstine, tell us a little about yourself. What are you doing in the note industry? What are you looking for?
Well, I'm up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And right now I'm kind of looking for some performing notes. and keep it out for me on some of those. I've reviewed a few of them, quite a few of them in fact, but nothing is quite hitting the button where I want to pull a trigger yet. But I'm getting close, and I hope coming the first quarter here, we'll see something break loose.
Shante, do you guys have anything on your do you know offhand if you have any performing notes on your sales?
We have a
platform?
few. And I also just popped into my head. I have a few investors that have some performers that they're just kind of sitting and, hey, Shante, if you find anyone. So I will definitely be sure to get your information and communicate with you.
Give me a shout or I'll give you a shout. Let's do it then.
It's
Awesome.
only good if you keep the service scene at Madison, though.
I agree.
Even if it's
Madison does a
not, I
good
have
job.
lenders who have loans that aren't with Madison. You know, we can always transfer them over. I'll take care of you. Don't worry.
You
Make it
have done in
happen.
the past, so we look forward to working with you again.
Awesome.
So you guys heard that on here for guys that are looking for performing notes. Shantae's got a few pocket investors. It's one of the beautiful things about networking and bringing people together. If you're finding some deals or looking for some deals, reach out to your vendors. You never know who's going to find what or have what available. And I'll throw this out there. I know Aaron's been a long time real estate investor. You're working on a property as well. Merrill's been a big time lender, not only with credit Get Fundable, but he's lends money in a hard money lending fund or a private lending fund as well. Dickie, God knows you've bought thousands of deals out there. And you are you seeing some stuff on your portfolio? Because you get notes and REO's listings as well too, Dickie. You seen anything?
I've had tons of people go to the website and fill out that form and the REO and notes where I'm able to connect the buyer directly with the seller.
Cool.
Okay, all right.
There we go. Good stuff, Wayne. You going to be attending again this weekend, all 3 days?
We're gonna try.
Okay. Awesome, bud. Well, hey, looking good. Hopefully the weather's not too cold up there in Tulsa, huh?
Supposed to get cold. Supposed to be a lot of rain here this weekend, so we're looking for dreary.
Good stuff. Well, we will see you this weekend at some point. All right, brother?
Sounds good.
Jumping on. All
Keep
right.
up the
Oh, he jumped off there. Okay, let's bring somebody else on. Who'd like to jump on there? Donald, Aaron, Robert Lynch. Anybody? Robert, you might be just getting off of work. I don't know if you can jump on or not. Jessica Tabora. Let's bring her on. What the heck? Well, we're Reggie Fox, Terry
heck?
Marlace, Jason Sharkey. Who else wants to jump? Reggie Fox, I already said. Anybody else want to jump on there and share what they're looking for? Otherwise, I'm just going to start picking at you. There's Jessica Tabora. Jessica, you have to unmute yourself. There you go. How's it going?
It is so good. So Merrill has had a back-to-back day. So I hopped on because he has family things tonight. But one thing he didn't mention that I wanted to go back. So we're going back to the start of our conversation. This year, 2020, I am so thankful for our mastermind that we started. And that is a huge shout out to both Scott and Aaron for helping promote that and support it and give us some leverage out in the world. It was a last minute pivot, and it's something I'm very grateful for this year and very excited to see where we take it next year.
You guys are rocking and rolling. You're doing the coaching calls. You've got the podcast, the book out as well. You guys, your next 2-day summit is what, January 14th and 15th, right?
Yes, Friday, Saturday, 14th and 15th is our next one.
We're
taking a little bit of time off over Christmas, and some of our leadership team, we're going to Cabo. So if we come back with a tan, that is why. I'm counting down the days. I cannot wait. But we also are having some meetings, and we've got some exciting things in store for 2021.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, you hear that, Steph? That's another round of people we know going to Cabo.
I know. I'm
Join
excited.
us.
Do we all just book a trip to Cabo, everybody? Get the heck out of Dodge.
Let's do it.
Good stuff. Well, thanks, Jessica. For those that don't know, Jessica, you're out of the DFW area, but you're the business development person for Credit Sense and helping spread the word, booking, speaking engagements, or other things out there for Brad and Merrill over there at Get Fundable, right?
Yes, that's me. I tell Merrill and Brad where to be. They be there, and they preach the word.
We all need a woman telling us exactly where and when to be.
Yeah.
Good
Way
stuff.
to go, Steph.
I was gonna
Awesome.
say, shout out to Steph and Shantae, woman power.
There you go.
Thank
Good.
you. Thank you, thank you,
Cool.
thank you.
So I'm gonna pick Potluck here. We got Incline, or I'm gonna bring on, where is Reggie Fox. I'm gonna bring on Reggie Fox when you promote the panelist. Reggie Fox is like, oh, people are like, oh no. Let's see here. Panelists. Oh, jumped off there. Somebody got scared and ran. Oh my God. They didn't want to jump on. Okay. I'm going to bring on Robert Lynch then. We'll promote Robert out of, well, I don't know if Robert's in Denver right now or up in.
I'm here.
There he is. Oh, there's Reggie. How's it going, Reggie?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
I can't complain. Where's home for you?
I'm in Houston, Texas.
Yay.
Just down the road there. What's your getting your real estate background? What you're looking to learn this weekend?
Just trying to make some money, getting ready to retire soon.
Cool. What are you retiring from?
I'm an attorney.
An attorney. Awesome. Any
He's gonna
specialty?
Convert.
Sir,
Any specialty in real estate?
housing and consumer. I know a little bit about real estate. I deal with some real estate stuff.
Awesome. Been buying stuff or investing in stuff in the past?
Investing in some notes and investing in have a account with Quest where I do self-directed RA. Been doing some of that. Just trying to get diversify my portfolio a little bit so I don't be so heavy in the market.
That makes sense. Well, we look forward to having you on this weekend in the next 3 days. Is there anything, get a burning question for Shantae, Dickie, or Aaron, or even Jessica?
Oh, no, not now.
All right. Well, we look forward to getting to know you a little better the next couple of
All right.
days, Reggie.
All right. Well, you guys stay safe.
Hey, you too, bud. We'll see you soon.
I will.
Absolutely.
All right, cool. Good stuff there. All right. And Robert, let me ask him to unmute there. Mr. Lynch. Let's see here. Robert, can you say something? Let's see if he'll start his video. Maybe not. Bring on somebody out there. He is. I can't hear. Are you saying anything, Robert? I can't hear you, bud. You must not have a mic plugged in or headset. It looks like it's cold wherever you're at. Yeah.
A great image, though.
It is a great image. Yeah. Oh, he says it might.
Desperate to know what this is across here.
Yeah, it looks like it's a
Is it a
smiley
big
face.
mask? I think he's just got, it's a big mask,
Yeah.
looks like he's representing something too. Fisherman, maybe.
Hi. Well, yeah.
Didn't work out.
Not working out. That's all right, Robert. We'll talk to you some this weekend here for you. All right. That's okay. It happens. We'll put him back in as attendee. And then we'll bring, if anybody's there, oh, we got a few people, Sam, Mark, George, Jason online watching on Facebook. Hey guys, if you guys have questions of our panel or questions about notes, feel free to ask. We're glad to answer those as best we can for you. Let's bring on Incline. We'll promote the panelists they're in, see what the N stands for.
Is it Neil or Nancy?
Yeah, I don't know. It could be either or.
Nathan,
And
Nikita.
let's see here. Ask unmute.
Bottom left-hand corner.
Yep, exactly. Hello, Melissa Martinez on there as well. Join us on Facebook. Good to see you out there. All right, guess not. Let's bring on Stephen Carmen. Let's bring you on, bud.
Did we lose him?
I asked to unmute Stephen. Are you jumping on there? There we go.
I'm unmuting.
There you
There he
go.
is.
I hear him.
Yay!
My camera's kind of covered. So anyway, I'm just looking for good income with little effort and building up retirement funds.
Awesome. Where's home
So-
for you, Steve?
I'm in everything from investing in hotels to mobile home communities to looking at getting into notes. It's just, I seem to get a little better return without a lot of work on the other stuff, but I'm hoping the notes come up soon.
Mhm.
Awesome.
And-
Where's home for you?
Well, I split my time between Silver Spring, Maryland and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So Washington, D.C. and Philadelphia. And I'm actually looking at, I used to live in the Silicon Valley for a number of years, and I'm thinking of doing a startup company, teaming with somebody there that has some proprietary technology and going into, we'll call it ADUs, auxiliary dwelling units and housing, which I used to sell steel framing systems in my spare time. And yeah, I should probably tell you, I'll confess, I've got degrees in electrical engineering and aeronautical engineering. So I'm used to big projects and stuff. So I'm going to retire into doing stuff like that. That's kind of mine. But no, I think green, renewable, affordable are great buzzwords for affordable housing. And I think that nobody's looking for lots right now. So I'm hoping to get some good stuff from Aaron and maybe use his company to be able to handle all my needs, including I get involved with somebody who's doing an internet business, and I suddenly am looking at like $50,000 a year or more for basically helping them set up a company. So I've got to somehow shelter that because it's going to kill me on taxes. But I think I can do a solo 401k, more than you wanted to know.
That's okay.
I'm
It's
looking at
good
doing those.
information and we can help you.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely the Laughlin Associates and the whole team over there can definitely help you. Not just Laughlin, but the whole inner circle and members that, you know, Aaron's referral network and stuff like that is awesome for you. There, so good stuff, Stephen. Looking forward to having you hang out for the whole 3 days this weekend.
Oh, I definitely will.
Good stuff. Thanks for jumping on.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring on a couple more people. We roll into the hour there. Let's see, Incline, Reggie, Robert, Stephen, Terry Marles. Let's bring you on here. Marley, I think is how it's pronounced. Marles.
Looks very French.
It does. There he is. Hey, Terry, how's it going? Hey, there you go. Oh,
Yes. I'm Terry Marley, and I have my own bookkeeping business, and this is my very first exposure to notes, so see how that goes. I've also been having interest in acquiring some apartment complexes. Probably have to do wholesaling for a period of time until I work up enough to purchase my own. So I'm getting started in this world.
well, good stuff. We're glad to have it. We'll definitely you want to spend some time definitely on Saturday as we talk about raising capital, and on Sunday with the different exit strategies, because you can wholesale notes like you can traditional property as well. But if you find a good enough deal, don't be afraid to pull the trigger and using other people's money to fund the transaction for you. So
That's what I'm hoping to learn.
there you go. What's where's home for you?
It's in Chico, California, Northern California.
Very nice there for you. Lived there all your life or no?
No, I moved here in 81. Prior to that, I started out in Minneapolis and then was in Dallas for a while and Gary, Pennsylvania for a while.
There you go. So I have to ask, Vikings or 49ers fan?
Vikings when they beat Dallas and then.
All right, we're taking her off then.
Yeah, the first year I went to Dallas, the Dallas got beat.
Yep. Dallas, we're not having a good year in the Big D. We're not having a good. We're trying. It's been a year for draft picks, is the way we're looking at it.
Can I chime in, Terry?
Yes.
One of the fun things that happened with me a few years ago was, and one of my employees said, "Are you willing to have a meeting with some guy named Fran Tarkenton?" And I said, "Fran Tarkenton?" They said, "Yeah." "Do you know him?" I said, "Yeah," but they were young. They didn't know who it was, and we ended up doing a deal with him. I got to spend some time with him, and he invited me to go to St. Bart's with him. But I mean, what a funny thing. Somebody I grew up watching, as an idol.
Yeah.
And then, hey, would you be willing to talk to him? I'm like, yeah, I'll do whatever I have to talk to him.
Yeah.
And he was interesting guy. He's a little persnickety actually, but it was pretty fun. That's my big connection to Minneapolis.
Yeah. I remember highlight reels of the NFL watching Fran run around in circles with the
He invented that. He was the first guy to scramble.
Yep.
Anyway, sorry. I must be getting old.
That's good stuff. Yeah, no, good stuff. Well,
I must be too, because I remember the same thing.
well, Terry, we are any states out there that you're really looking for? You looking, and then also, have you thought about performing or non-performing notes? What are you thinking you're leaning towards?
I'm leaning toward non-performing.
Okay.
And dealing with banks. For about a year and a half, I had a real estate license working for a mortgage broker, but after I worked for 3 of them in a year and a half, I decided that's not working well. So it was in 2005-06 timeframe. So
Okay.
I've always
And then
had within real estate, but
And then with your bookkeeping, what type of clients do you work with in your bookkeeping business?
I've got mid-sized businesses in the Chico area.
Okay. Good stuff. Well, we're looking forward to having you on for the next couple of days and getting a chance to. All right. Thanks so much for jumping on.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Well, let's see here. We're going to do that. All right. Well, hey, we are coming up on an hour here. I want to say thank you to everybody that jumped on, whether it was on Facebook for a minute or two or here on Zoom. I have to give a big shout out to Meryl Chandler, Jessica DeVore there, Dickie Baldwin, the lovely Stephanie Goodman out there, the amazing and intelligent Shantae Duffy out there, and of course, my brother from another mother, Mr. Aaron Young, for joining us tonight. Thank you guys for coming on here, hanging out for now. We look forward to hanging out with you more over the next couple of days. And obviously, just rocking and rolling, guys and gals, and wrapping up the year in a big boom, big bang, and then really seeing what 2021 holds for us all out there. I think good things for everybody doing something.
It's great to be here with you guys, and thanks again for including us. And I'm sure everybody feels the same way. It's always great people.
Yep, definitely. Thanks, Shantae. Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much. You guys be safe. We
You
get
guys have a great
started.
evening.
Exactly. We get started at 9 a.m. sharp, everybody, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. Also, just for you know, if you guys are interested, I did create a special booking for 30-minute appointments starting Friday evening, Saturday in the morning and the afternoon, and then Sunday as well. So if you want to book a 30-minute phone call with yours truly, talk about a little bit more about your business and where you're wanting to go, what strategies or focus I think you should take, book a call, go by just going to talkwithscottcarson.com. That'll take you straight to my schedule. Just book one 30-minute spot, and we'll talk with you either tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday. But otherwise, have a great evening. Be safe, and we'll see you at 9 a.m. Central early. Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.